Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Expat Tax. My name is Sarban Nagle. I'm an enrolled agent licensed practice before the IRS. And in this video, we're going to tell you about how to complete your Form W-7, which is nothing but an ITIN form. So if you are a foreign national in the US and you're not eligible to get an SSN, then you want to file this form, which is nothing but a tax identification for the IRS. You could use this number to file your taxes, to open a bank account, to get a mortgage. So there are multiple usages of this ITIN number, and you want to complete this application correctly with a tax professional, because this application is very easy to complete, but it's also easier to screw it. So if you do not complete this application correctly, the IRS will reject it and all your effort will go to waste. So you really want to watch this video right till the end, and I will definitely make this process very simple. There are certain things you need to remember in completing this application, and if you follow them, I'm sure IRS will issue an ITIN. So let's go back into our system and I will show you on how to complete this application. Form W-7. This is a simple form to apply for your ITIN. There isn't anything complicated about it. The complicated part is this section over here. So you need to have a certified copy of your passport. This certified copy of passport you can get from your country's embassy in the United States or the passport office in your home country. A certified copy is nothing but a replica of your passport. You should not send a notarized copy. That's a different copy. A certified copy is just like your passport and is as good as sending your original passport to the IRS, so that IRS can verify and come to know that you really are a foreign national and claiming benefits. So that's one thing to know. The other thing is that if you're checking any of these boxes, B, C, D, E, F, and G, you got to make sure that you are attaching your tax return, which is nothing but Form 1040 NR. With this application, that's the only way to get an ITIN. If you're not completing your tax return along with this form, then you can use this box over here, and there are some additional exceptions which you need to meet. Basically, if you have a partnership in the United States for which you need an ITIN, so you got to attach those documents. If you want to open a new bank account for which you need an ITIN, you need a letter from the bank. So there are exceptions to this, and the best way to get an ITIN is to file a tax return or have a company in the United States. The other ways you may or may not get ITIN, I mean, it really depends, but one of the short ways is to file a tax return, even though you don't need to, but at least as that way you're conveying to the IRS that yes, there is a filing requirement and you really need an ITIN. So let's start over here. So box A states for non-resident alien required to get an ITIN to claim treaty benefit. So if you are looking to claim a treaty benefit, you can tick this box. And coming to box B, says a non-resident alien filing a US tax return. So this is the box. So this box, basically a non-resident who has to file a tax return has to check this box. Coming to C is a US resident alien. So this person has been to the United States and is filing a US tax return. So based on the SBT test, he's making a request for an ITIN. Box D is for a dependent of a US citizen. Say it could be your son or daughter for which you're applying ITIN. So you need to take D and enter the relationship over here. Coming to E, it could be a spouse of a US citizen, resident alien. So you need to enter the name and the SSN of the US citizen and the resident alien. Coming to F is a non-resident alien student. So if you're studying in the US, or a professor or a researcher in the US, filing 1040 NR and don't have an SSN, then you can apply ITIN and check this box. G is for a dependent spouse of a non-resident alien holding a visa. So this will only applicable for years prior to 2018, where there was a personal exemption given. but right now there are no exemptions, so this would really not come into picture. H is for the exception, so you need to meet the exceptions. If you see the instructions for W-7, go down to page 12, I believe. Yeah, so you got to go through these exceptions, and for people who are claiming exceptions based on these numbers, these are the documents you have to submit to the IRS along with your application. Once the IRS verifies these documents, then only they're going to issue you an ITIN. So let's start with name. Here enter your first name, middle name, last name. If your name has changed after birth, then you gotta enter your original name over here. Here you're gonna put the applicant's mailing address. This mailing address has to be a US address, so this is where the IRS will actually send you back your ITIN application. Foreign non-address is over here. You can enter, if you enter the address you are residing in a foreign country. If you are applying for ITIN from a foreign country, you can enter your home address over here. These are the birth details, the country of birth, city, state and province, which is optional. Then on number 5 you enter the gender of the ITIN applicant. Coming to 6A is the citizenship of the ITIN applicant. For an ID, this could be your local tax ID in your home country. If you have it, you can enter it. If you don't have it, then you can just leave it blank. If you have a US visa, then you need to enter the type of visa, the number and the expiration date. Coming to 6D is the type of documents you're submitting. So one standalone document is all that you need is the passport. So this could be a certified copy of the passport, so you will check that. If you are attaching a driver license, you can take that as well, and then you need to enter the details from which country is issued, the number and the expiration date. If you did make an entry to the United States, make sure to enter your date over here. Coming to 6E, if you have been issued an ITIN in any of the previous years, so this taxpayer is applying for a new one, so this won't come in picture, just be no. 6F is inapplicable. 6G would be applicable if you are a student studying in the US and claiming treaty benefits, or basically if you're checking box F over here, so you need to enter the name of the university, the city, state and the length of the stay. And that's about it. You need to sign, enter the date and along with your phone number. And if a parent is completing this for his or her son or daughter, then he would use this box. And the last one is for an acceptance agent. So if you are taking help of an acceptance agent will simply certify your passport. This can be done completely remotely, and you don't need to send your original documents or a certified copy of your passport to the IRS. All you need to do is get it certified from an acceptance agent, and the acceptance agent will complete this application on your behalf and send it to the IRS. So acceptance agent would complete this section if you're using acceptance agent, but if you're filing on your own, then this is all that you need to complete. This isn't required, the last section. So that's about it. This is a simple form W-7. The important thing to remember here is that make sure you file a tax return. That is one of the best ways to get an ITIN successfully from the IRS. If you don't need to file a tax return, then I guess the best option would be to tick this box over here and make sure you apply the correct exemption codes over here and give the supporting documents to the IRS. So if you have a US partnership, make sure you are attaching all the detailed documents of that partnership over here, which will convince the IRS to issue you an ITIN number. For opening a US bank, it's a bit complicated. You will need a letter from the bank and basically stating that the bank has a requirement to withhold taxes for any interest income they may have from your bank balance. So yeah, so that's about it. If you have any questions and on how to complete an ITIN, please do let us know. Right now the time required to get an ITIN is around 12 to 14 weeks due to the pandemic. IRS is operating a limited capacity, so the time that you need for the IRS to issue you an ITIN is really long. And one of the best ways to do it is to make sure that you complete this form correctly and get a correct certified copy of your passport and file a tax return if you can, because that is one of the ways to get an ITIN for sure. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.